I did just run out of time on that last video, so this is going to be part two, and not far off from the end here. Sorry about that. This is going to be, that actually concluded our ribbоning for that. This suitabilities and limitations list was very long. I'm not gonna lie and say that I was not a little bit confused with this one. Just in the sense that there was a lot that popped up for the suitabilities and limitations when I ran it for golf fairways against the WSS database, and when it came down to it, I only had one out of those three soil types show up to be somewhat limited out of very limited. So very limited, somewhat limited, and very limited for those soils in this application. And what that gives us the information of, what that tells us is basically that our fairways could be improved upon in this application, and I'm not sure where the need to be improved on, but that is just what the WSS has for us. I'm gonna zoom out here since I did that. Nope. So for the additional information on this one, I wanted to go ahead and throw in the percentages of sand, silt, and clay in our fairways, just as some food for thought. So we ended up with 69% sand for the downer soil, and the Hamilton soil was about the same. A lot less sand in the Othello silt. Obviously, I'm guessing that's because of the siltiness, and man, I can't get away from that. Silt obviously was a lot more prominent in the Othello silt department. The downer and unicorn soils and the Hamilton sandy loam were less on the silt side, in the 20s, 25 and 20%. And clay was it was a lot lower on the downer and unicorns than I thought it was going to be, at 6%. The Hamilton sandy loams at 12%, and the Othello silt loams at 15%. Yeah, overall, I thought that these would be good pointers to throw in there. In conclusion, 3 things that I learned that I wanted to say were important was for one, getting more and more comfortable with the WSS website. It seems like it's going to be a valuable tool in my future, and it obviously has a lot of information on there, and a lot of things you can click on. So getting more and more comfortable with that and exploring that more was fun, and I'm glad that towards the end of this project I became more familiar with it, and it was easy to find what I was looking for. So I kind of wanted to key in on that, and just how technically overwhelming the website kind of looks. For me personally, that was kind of something that I was glad I got more comfortable with. Another thing that I learned or got better with is understanding suitabilities and limitations, and how to identify them situationally, as I was researching along through these the WSS and my own researches of what I was doing with the soil. It's definitely helped me situationally to understand what's going to be limiting the soil and what's going to be suitable for the soil and beneficial for the soil. So I thought that was important as well. The ribboning aspect for me was also interesting, and getting a real hands-on with that, getting to feel and getting actual measurements and tests more rather from just kind of using your hands and getting into it. I've always been one that likes to get dirty and get into it, so that was fun for me, and I enjoyed learning how to ribbon soil. So yeah, I thank you guys for watching, and good luck to you all.